Greetings, brothers and sisters. Welcome once again to Kendo Farms. We're here on this beautiful Oregon day. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Somewhere around 80 degrees, loving it. Plant backdrop over here at the garden. Lots of beautiful plants getting ready to be harvested. A couple of weeks out. Absolutely beautiful, loving it. We're here today with Martin from Elite Bags, and we're going to talk to you about the Elite Bags, the concept of Elite Bags, and how you can get them. I've been using Elite Bags for a bit over a year now. We've put our outdoor harvest into these Elite Bags last year, last fall. And we still have, a few pounds left. The Oregon market's been a little bit tough, but we still have a few pounds left in these Elite Bags. And on opening them, they still have that nice color, that nice green color. They still have the smell and the flavor of the original harvest, right? But as you well know, after a year of being in a bag, you're gonna lose something. But in this, we've lost very little. We still have that nice smell. We still have that nice color. Everything looks really, really good. Nothing's turned brown. It's really nice flower. So here, Martin, let me introduce you real quick to Martin. Martin's going to talk to you about the Elite Green bags and the concept.
Yeah, so Elite Green, it's come from a different industry. It's more of a technical bag. The bags actually have an activity to them. So they sort of work as if they were on batteries. So the activity is roughly 18 months on a clear, transparent type bag. We have some other stuff that's even 36 months activity. So the bags are designed to be reusable. And with that activity, how the bags work is when you close the bag, roughly around 20 minutes, it neutralizes atmospheric gases that degrade the quality of cannabis and hemp and hops and a lot of organic things. We're working in different industries, but we've had a lot of great testing, and different growers have really been extremely excited. The copper in the bags keep them from static clean. That's a big part of degradation. Also, they're UV resistant, whether you can see through them or not. So that's another big issue. So with these gases, we don't say we sell bags. We say we create atmospheres.
Nice.
So here's one of the bags here. You can see it's got a sharp looking copper back. Our little logo on the side here. This particular style is a pound, and we do a clear front with the zipper on here so you can see the product nice and easy. And it just really retains the terpenes, retains the flavonoids. We've made this bigger size. We call this the Super Turk, and we kind of come up with our own marketing and our own things. So this is a 5 to 8 pound. So sometimes people are even putting product in different bags that are kind of popular with the turkey bags or such. They'll actually throw them in here and seal it up and get to it. We even have a bigger one that comes on a roll that fits the garbage can and liner, and we call that the Oscar.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about about the Oscar. We have all this in the background, right? It's going to be pulled down, and so it's pretty exciting to be able to take your product and buck it down directly into a big ass bag like this, a big inside of a garbage can,
Sure.
and then break it down into those 15-pound tester batches that
Exactly.
OLCC wants you to operate
Right,
with.
and that's the reason why we built this. A lot of the stuff that we're doing, we're making as we learn more from our customers on the things that they're after. We call this the little nug bag, and
I like this.
and it's exactly how the pounder is, just in a smaller version. And so you can put your business card in it, put a sample in it, load them up in your trunk, and then now you're getting that moisture content staying hardly dropping at all when they're in the bags. Good quality bags. They don't. There's no odor to them. Like a lot of times, you'll get purchase bags. They'll have silicone in them,
Yes.
because the static clean is so intense that they can't peel the bags
And
apart.
don't pretty much all plastic bags have silicone?
This one doesn't because
Right, this one doesn't.
yeah, but yes, there and the cheaper ones. There's a lot of cheap stuff out there, and it's VOCs are contaminating the product, and they're taking on. You can taste it and smell it, and so this really preserves the cannabis like no other bag.
Absolutely. I mean, I from my experience and from what I've seen, and I even use the bags that don't have the seal, right?
Yeah.
And we actually never even sealed the bag.
Yeah.
We didn't even use a food saver to seal these bags. We actually just closed them, and essentially, after we put the product in there and then closed them and folded them over, you can take the product in these unsealed bags, turn it over, and it doesn't come out. The bottom of it essentially creates its own kind of a seal
Yeah.
at that point.
It doesn't have to be hermetically sealed in order to work. The bags will also work with holes or tears or slices in them, so as you're reusing them. So the idea, even though there's air kind of moving through, the bag itself draws in the copper. The gases will adhere to the copper particulate in the bag, and so the bags will actually change color over a course of time, and so it's really quite something. I've done tests. I've put strawberries and bananas. Bananas will be like 3 frickin' weeks on the countertop, totally yellow, and in the bag because it neutralizes these gases, and that's what, if it's not living, it's decaying. So we say keep it pristine with Elite Green, and as you can see, Kendo is a big fan of it. We have a lot of people that have just really can't believe their eyes. Usually after a year harvest, you're looking at hay.
Brown hay,
Yeah,
absolutely.
right.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And literally, without sealing these bags, they have kept that color and kept that smell and flavor. Now, obviously, my experience knows when I smell these nugs, I can smell that it's last year's
Yeah,
harvest,
sure.
right? However, I have never experienced last year's harvest being this
Yeah,
good. I
right.
mean, when we first met, you explained to me about the bananas, and you were super excited.
Yeah.
And you got me excited.
Yeah.
Not because of how excited you were, but because I know how quickly a banana goes bad,
Sure,
right?
sure.
And they have to introduce gases to bananas in order for them to go from green to yellow,
Right.
Because they keep them in certain environments.
Right,
So
right.
they create that environment, and I'm not sure, but it probably stands to reason that gas also promotes them to continue
It's
to
absolutely
decay.
ethylene is the gas.
To decay
yeah.
quicker as
Right.
well, right? So you neutralize that. If you're neutralizing that ethylene gas and stopping the bananas from actually going rotten in that process, what's that going to do for our cannabis, right? I
Right.
mean, that's going to do wonders for our cannabis.
Absolutely.
And with these bags that you have that are now sealable, which which we're going to be using this year,
Yeah.
and I'll present and show to you guys, as we're using them. That's just going to make it even better for
Right.
us.
If you end up getting, if you end up getting, a lot of the bags will be sealed on the bottom and then open on the top, and so we've done this just because to reduce costs. Obviously, the more bells and whistles you have a bag, more cost it goes.
Absolutely.
And I do small batches. I'm not a Ziploc. I don't make 1 million at a time. So when we're making the smaller batches, we're trying to get that cost down for the grower and the wholesaler. We do have wholesale and grower pricing. We want to support that with we're driving this brand through the growers and through the wholesalers because that's really where the heart of it is. OLCC, there's 1 million pounds on the Matrix program right now, and Croptober's coming up, so there's going to be another 1 million. So what are they going to do with this stuff?
Actually, that 1 million pounds is gone.
Okay.
There is actually not a glut on the market right now at all. In fact, we're seeing people really scrambling to buy and satisfy their needs, and get their shelves re-upped at this point right now, because pretty much all that stuff is gone, and what's left really is a lot of crap. Right?
Exactly.
A lot of crap, and so that stuff is not going to make it to the shelves. I'm not sure what people are going to do with it. We have some stuff, that we have left over. We have shake, we have bee buds, we have some smaller stuff, and I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with that.
Sure.
We'll figure it out, though.
Well,
We'll figure it out.
Keep it in here, right?
Right.
And just so you know too, it has to be all the sides closed. So if you are and you're not wanting to seal this, you can just roll it down, put a chip clip or a piece of tape on either side. You can get in and out of it whenever you want, or when it's ready for market, heat seal it off, send it out.
So now
to
how would you heat seal something like that? Would you fold it over?
You can just put it right into the heat sealer. We've got one that's roughly this size.
Yeah, those aren't really readily available on the market.
If it was too big and you have a smaller one, you can fold it kind of like a little airplane deal here. And so you come in like this, and then fold this top over, and now you just have to heat seal that section,
that right
just
there.
this little part here, not the whole thing. And
Nice.
The whole bag will be
Nice.
closed. So
Okay, I see it.
that's another little trick.
I see it.
And that's what everybody kind of is using these for. It's a mold and mildew inhibitant. We have a serious plastic epidemic in this world right now, and the Mylar bags are a one-time use. They're non-recyclable, and they go to the landfill forever. And I'm a dad. I know you are. I love my community. I love my state. I love my country. I love our world. And these bags are recyclable and they're biodegradable. So we're trying to hit every section we can that empowers these bags. A lot of people are like, well, can I get the bag for 30 cents? It's like the technology, the opportunity. It's roughly a couple of bucks a bag, depending on which one you get and so forth. Obviously, if there's, the wholesaler, you go in and put a bigger order together. There's some price breaks on different quantities.
Yeah, multiple farms should go in.
Multiple farms can go in and do it together. We've done that before, so we can assist with cost savings.
It's my understanding you can also get logos put on this as well,
You
right?
can. It's a minimum. It's typically the bigger farms that we're kind of pushing out. It's not like you can get 50 of. It's typically, I think, 5,500 of the individual units, and you can put your logo on it. People are using stickers and things like that,
That's what we
anyways.
use. Yeah, we use our stickers.
So that works well. There's enough room on the bag that you can show your product, get a label on there, but still be able to see the product real clearly.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed with these bags. And,
Hey, thanks.
And the thing about cost factor is what is the pristine keep it pristine with green.
Yeah,
green.
there you go.
But what is the value of having your product stay at a pristine state? I mean, there's no limit to the value. There, right? You need to be able to keep
Couple of
your
bucks
product.
per pound, and you're saving yourself. Now, if you got product that's got mold on it, it's going to keep your mold in pristine condition. It's not magic; it's science.
Right.
So, but the copper is a antimicrobial defense for mold and mildew, and we've even seen THC levels go up in the bag as and in its final cure. We have some bags that have perforation. So it'll allow that off-gassing at the final end of the cure and release out of the bag. And we've actually we've had growers that actually got 2 more points on their THC after being in the final cure period. So we do recommend fully cured cannabis in the bag. If you don't, if it's not, or you're not sure, and if you're not sure about how to cure, get with this guy, because he'll tell you straight up that he does consulting. I'm sure you all know that, right? But it's you really lose a lot of the power of the product without a proper cure. And so the bags are designed for cure. If it's you want to cure in the bag, we say leave it partially open. You can close kind of the middle and then leave the sides open, and it'll allow the humidity out and things like that.
I've done a couple of different tests with it, and it works very similar to just how we normally do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you put the product in the bag and then burp it, right, every day,
Yep.
a couple minutes a day, allow that off gas to be removed from the environment. It works very similar to any other curing process.
Right.
It really does. It's not like as though it stops the curing process by
No.
putting it into the bag.
Right.
You just simply have to follow those procedures that you would normally say you put your cannabis into a tote.
Uh-huh.
Right. You open the lid up, allow those off gases to be removed from the environment, allow some fresh air to get in there, right, and then that allows that decarboxylation to
Right.
continue, right, because curing is all about decarboxylation to a certain point. You only want that decarboxylation to get to a certain point. Once that product is sweet, good to go, cured, you want to slow that decarboxylation. At that point is when these bags really, keeping them closed, and that environmental control that these bags promote keeps that decarboxylation from taking place, and now your product doesn't degrade any further.
Right.
It's the degradation process that creates, that hay and that funky flavors and the browning of the cannabis.
The bag, soon you open it, you shut it, it goes back to work. You open it, you shut it, it goes back to work. And so again, the different activities, and it'll register based on the bag that you have. One of the things that a lot of the growers are, and a lot of, I've been talking with some of the other packaging companies with the use of nitrogen fluffing, and so the tin can and all that, and boy, you open it up and pow, it's fresh and it looks great and stuff, but then in about 24 to 48 hour, whoosh, it just goes to brown and crispy crumbs. And so a lot of people are nervous with the idea of the bag having that response, but we're not injecting anything into the bag. We're pulling these gases out. So the bag will work for fruits and vegetables. It'll even work for metal, cameras and even
Watches,
things that are important to you, and even old pictures and paper and things like that. That a lot of museums will use this, and they'll wrap paintings in it when they're stored or shipping. And so we've done a lot of tests over the last 4 years roughly, and gotten with the top dogs in the community and said, here we are with everything that we have put into this, from the logo to the names we call them and all the fun that we have with this business program. And to be approved by Kendo is a real blessing for our company.
Awesome.
We appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much.
We're here to help. We're here to help our community. EliteGreen.com is the website. We've got a new distribution company called Tannler, Tannler, distribution.com, and you can find us in those spots, and keep a look for us. We've got other programs that are just about to unfold with getting into other packaging companies and being sort of a premier product, a recyclable, biodegradable product that you can get, and some of the dispensaries are going to start carrying these, and we've got little 5 and 10 type bags. But use it for all your veggies, and you'd be surprised. I got backpackers, they'll put it in there, and that keeps the stuff going, and not as much refrigeration and other things.
Well, if you think about it, something that if a bag lasts for, say, 18 months, that you open and close constantly, right? Because that's essentially a factor, because you're introducing those contaminants right back in the bag every time you open them. If you can keep a bag for 18 months and reintroduce your carrots and your celery and your lettuce and all of your other vegetable products, and keep them for 3 weeks or a month nice and fresh, how much money are you going to save utilizing that bag? Because I know we love to shop at Costco, me and my family, but we lose a lot of veggies when we're only a 3-person family. So buying a large bag of produce, it doesn't always get used, right? Some of it gets wasted. And yes, we do save money on that, but I hate to throw anything away.
Sure.
I hate to throw away food. It kind of breaks my heart, right, to throw away food. And so we end up not saving the money that we could by buying at Costco for the better part of not throwing away food. And if we could use these bags, which we are doing now, to save these vegetables, keep these vegetables nice and fresh, we use them in the refrigerator as well. We put the veggies that need to be stored under refrigeration in the refrigerator, and bro, they're lasting for a month.
Oh yeah,
I mean, they're lasting for a month. And
sourdough bread, it's like no mold, it's still fresh.
It's still fresh.
It's great. And so baked goods, all kinds of things. It's really about the air. It's not about what's in the bag. It's about creating that atmosphere. And as the bags and what they do, they don't care what it is. They don't care what temperature it is. They don't care about the humidity. Clearly, those are factors on how you would store things. but the bag still is going to do what the bag is going to do if it's 40 degrees out or 100 degrees out. It's
Yep.
still going to clear these gases, these pollutant gases.
Yep. So, in closing, they're available now at Chandler.
TandlerDistribution.com and Elite.Green.
Beautiful. That's it, folks. Much love from